Welcome to another episode of Getting Your Shit Together. I'm your host, Neil, and today we are digging into something super timely: housing affordability in the greater Toronto area. You have probably seen the headlines. Mortgage rates are falling, sales are slowing, and the market is in this weird limbo thanks to shaky economy, political uncertainty, and yep, those ongoing US tariffs. So you might be wondering, is it actually an easier time or a best time or a good time to buy a house right now? Well, the short answer is it depends. It depends on your situation and what is your comfort level given all that is happening around us. But if you are in the market and seriously looking to purchase, then this is some key information that can come handy for you. So here is the deal. Normally, when interest rates drop, housing prices go up. But right now, well, that's not quite happening at the moment. In fact, we are seeing something unusual. Prices in many parts of the Greater Toronto Area are actually falling, even with the lower rates. And that's a rare combo, and it's making things seem more affordable. But heads up, it's likely temporary. When the economy rebounds, and it will eventually, expect competition to heat up again. Now, I know most industry insiders have been saying this for the last couple of years, and you might think we are all like going crazy. Well, we do not know. Just turn the pages of history, and you will find that such situations are not unprecedented. History might not repeat itself, but it often does rhyme. Well, on an associated note, I think the word unprecedented is the most used or rather abused word. Every incident or event cannot be unprecedented. Okay, enough with my rant. Let's get back to the topic. Well, earlier this week, I released the 13th edition of my mortgage intelligence report. And let me tell you, if you're looking to buy a home and haven't seen my report yet, then you're really missing out on some key insights to guide your purchase. This report tracks 73 different locations across four different property types, those being detached homes, semi detached homes, townhouses, and condo apartments. So that's 292 different combinations. And for each, I report on both insured as well as uninsured mortgage scenarios. So, in all, you are looking at over 580 data points on what income you need to buy a home. I can assure you, no one in the mortgage industry is going this deep every month. So, in a nutshell, this is what I am seeing. Year on year, about 43 of the 292 combinations saw a price increase. So that means 80% of the locations and property types saw a price decline, with condos seeing the fewest or the least amount of gain. Contrast that to a month on month trend, which is from February to March of 2025. About 141 combinations saw a price increase, while 131 saw prices go down. So the price trend is mixed despite the low sales volume near term. How about affordability, you might ask? Well, affordability depends on two things. One is the property price, the next is the mortgage qualification or the level of interest rates. With rates down and many prices falling, we see about 180 of the 268 combinations having improved affordability from February to March. Townhouses were the least improved. Only about 38 of the 67 locations got more favorable. Now, if you're looking to purchase and trying to figure out where can you buy, let me share some numbers. The minimum household income required with 20% down to buy any property is about $78,000 a year. With 5% down, it's a bit slightly higher, about 98,000 a year. So where can you buy a property with that kind of income? The most affordable places in the Greater Toronto area as of this month are like this. So if you're looking for a detached home, maybe you should look at places like Innisfil, Brock Township, Oshawa, or Georgina. If you're looking at semi-detached, maybe consider Oshawa, Paddington, Georgina, Dufferin, New Tecumseh. Townhouses, Halton Hills, Uxbridge, Bradford, West Gwillimbury. And if it is condo apartments, you're probably looking at Humber Heights in Toronto, Orangeville. So these are some names that you can consider or at least start with. How about locations which saw the biggest drop in affordability on a month-on-month basis? Well, for detached homes, that would be places like Mount Olive or Rexdale, both in Toronto. Semi-detached, again, in Toronto would be Rosedale and Bayview. For townhouses, Bendale, Auburn, Highland Creek, again, the theme is Toronto. And for condos, Mimico, Long Branch, Aurora. These places saw the least or the biggest drop in affordability. So, what does this mean for you? Well, if you're a first time home buyer, you might actually have a shot. If your job is stable and you're financially ready, this could be a moment if you're confident. If you're an investor, there are opportunities around you, especially in undervalued areas. But of course, you have to be picky because the ends are soft and cash flow is quite tight. But this could be a great time if you do your homework and make strategic moves. So, this was some generic information. But if you want to know exactly where you can afford to buy a home, well, check out the latest mortgage intelligence report. The link is in the description. Go grab it. If you like this episode, leave a review, share it with a friend, and let's help more Canadians get their shit together. Until next time, I'm Neil, and thanks for tuning in.